Hi YouTube. I know it's been a while. I've been sick lately, so sorry for my appearance. I've been off this week on vacation, so I thought I would go ahead and update you guys on what's been happening. Um, Last night, my mom and I went to Wallows at the Everwise Theater in the White River State Park. That's a venue here in Indiana, and it was really cool. I had never seen Wallows live before. Now, mind you, Wallows is an independent band. They are relatively new to the scene. I've been following them since they came out with their first extended play. The lead singer was an actor. He kind of acts off and on, but he kind of retired from acting to focus on his music career. He is originally from Evansville, and he has been in several movies and TV shows. If you guys watch 13 Reasons Why, you would recognize him as Clay Jensen, one of the main characters. And he is awesome. I really like him. And the whole show was awesome. They even sounded awesome live. Like, you know how sometimes when you go to a concert, you see that they don't sound like they do in the studio compared to live. This was not the case. They sounded the same both ways. Now, I would love to share with you guys the videos that I captured of that and show you the original audio, but I've only been able to do a few shorts, and one of them included license-free music because my phone made it and they put music over it. And I would love to show you the real stuff, but I know that there's red tape around that when it comes to posting things like that on YouTube, and I don't want to get copyright strikes for posting, audio that is not necessarily mine, and it goes with a song that is copyright. I've heard in the past rumblings of, like, you can't even go live and sing the song Happy Birthday, that they don't come for you as far as, like, the copyright police. I'm not really sure where to look, by the way, so excuse me if it's all over the place or if I look like I'm looking everywhere. I'm not really sure where to focus myself, so just bear with me here. I am an amateur at this. I'm not a pro, like I've said before in past videos, so please keep the disrespectful comments to yourself, because I know I look like garbage right now, number one, and I know that I can't film worth a crap. So you can hold off on telling me things I already know. And again, I'm not here to become big by any means, but I'm just here to update you guys. So anyway, when I went to the show, I couldn't decide which shirt I wanted. So I bought overpriced t-shirts. I really shouldn't have done that. And here's the first one. This one I saw before I even went to the show because they posted this on their Instagram. But the front of it is them. And then the back is painter's tape, but in the painter's tape, I don't know how well you can see, are all of the dates and cities that they're going to visit during this tour, which I thought was really cool. The other shirt I got does not have anything on the back of it, but the front of it I thought was really cool. It reminded me of something vintage, and it looks like this. It has the three of them on it. Definitely comment below if you were at that show and let me know how you liked it. I did put a short out there on my channel today showing a little clip of Braden when they were surfing through the crowd singing. I couldn't get very close to him because it was chaotic over there. Utter chaos. I got out of my seat and I went into the lawn area and I tried to capture as best as I can him. I couldn't get Dylan because Dylan, which is the lead singer, he was way over on the opposite side of where we were sitting. So I couldn't go and get him, which makes me kick myself because I kind of wish that I would have gotten seats further back then, because we could have had a chance to sit closer to them. But I had no idea. I didn't know they were going to pull a Coldplay and do kind of like what Coldplay does, where they sing in different parts of the venue. But anyway, it was really cool. So speaking of shows as well, I am going to several of them this year. This is like the year of concerts before I actually do more traveling. So the next show I'm going to be at is in July, and it's Lord Huron, and my mom and I love Lord Huron, and we're going to go there. It's at the same venue, and it's July 18th, so it'll be right around my birthday. And then the next show after that is the Goo Goo Dolls. I've already seen them live before, and they are awesome. They put on a really good show. I'm actually going to go with a friend that I know from my church. she's going to go with me and we're going to sit in the lawn. We won't be as close, but it's still going to be fun, especially if we get there early enough, because I know the best place to go in the lawn to get the best view. And then in November, I'm going to a Twilight showing with my mom, and this is like a special showing. It's a concert, and while you're watching the movie, there's an orchestra that plays the music, and it's surrounded by candles. So I'm really excited for that. Other than that, not really much different has changed. I'm off this week. I've been kind of sick. I had allergies from the cottonwood that we have here in my area, and it turned into a cold. 9 times out of 10 when I get allergies, I'm very sensitive for it turning into a cold. So the first part of my week off was not fun. I was home and didn't feel good at all, and I had to miss a cookout that my family had on Sunday. No, they had it on Monday for Memorial Day. And I had to stay home because I just felt so awful, and I didn't want to give whatever it was to my family. So I stayed home. Right now I'm on the tail end of that, and I'm doing okay. I'm still coming off of the concert high. It went all too fast, like all concerts do, and I thought it was great, and I definitely would see them again. But yes, comment down below if you were at the show and let me know what you guys thought and what you saw. Like I said, I would love to share with you guys everything I captured on my phone and all the videos and stuff, but I don't want to get in trouble on here. I don't want copyright strikes. I'm not trying to make the big time, but at the same time, I'm also trying not to get my channel shut down for posting things that I'm not supposed to post. Not too long ago, I tried to post a video of me playing a song on my piano because I'm not really a very good piano player, but I like to teach myself things by ear. And people were making comments on my piano not being in tune. So I'm probably going to hold off on posting anything about that until I figure out what I'm going to do about my piano, because it really does need tuned, and it sounds awful in certain spots and certain keys that you play. It's not broken. It's in fantastic condition. It just needs tuned, and I got to get over my social anxiety and call the guy that I know that can tune it. Hopefully. I don't know if he's going to be able to come to my area. He's in the town over from me, and I'm not really sure if he's going to be able to come to my town, but we'll see. We'll find out. I'll find a way to get it tuned somehow, some way, if, that's the destiny for that piano. I love it. I got it at a garage sale several years ago, and it came with me when I moved from my parents' house to here, and it's kind of nostalgic, and that's also why I keep it. But yeah, so, and also, I know you guys are wanting to probably know how I did when I did my first solo flight, and that went really well. I got a little nervous at first because my first flight home to the connection flight was delayed, and it was so delayed that I was so afraid I wasn't going to make my connecting flight because the boarding time was too close to when I would arrive. So it allowed me, the app that I had allowed me to change it for free, which was nice. And so I changed my flight. However, it also meant I had to spend 5 hours in Dallas. So for 5 hours, I just got something to eat. I chilled, I read my book, I listened to music, I watched videos on my phone, and the gate kept changing 8,000 times. So I was eventually at the very end of the airport by the time I actually got to board and get home. The overall experience was good. I feel accomplished. I feel like I can now start doing that more by myself. And I know I talked about in a previous podcast going to Washington State next year, and I did all the pricing for that, and I just don't have it in me, and I don't think I can save that much money in a year's time. Like, the Swan House that I want to stay at for just 2 days alone is $900 something, and then there's the rental car, airfare, gas, and then money for whatever else I want to do while I'm out there, as well as parking, because somebody told me that has been there recently that parking is not free anywhere, and in 1 day alone, she spent over $125 in parking. And so I'm thinking if I do anything like this or any kind of trip, I either need to save at least 2 years in advance or get somebody that is willing to go with me and split the cost. So that's what's going to happen. I tabled the idea for now. I'm never going to go, but I'm going to postpone when I go. And in exchange for that, I decided to get with my aunt when I was in Oklahoma because she's a vacation planner. and we decided to plan another trip for me for Disney because it's been on my mind and heart to also go back to Disney as well. They were building rides that I really wanted to ride when I went back in 2021, and I really want to get a chance to experience these rides because Disney likes to change rapidly, and as interest wanes on certain things, they may change things, and I may not get a chance to experience these things. Like, for example, I really want to ride the Guardians coaster, the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster. I've never ridden it. I've seen videos. I've been jealous of people that have gotten to ride it, and it's been my dream to get on it because this fandom right here is the reason why I got into Marvel. Like, I was not into Marvel for the longest time until I saw these movies, and then I was like hooked. Guardians of the Galaxy are like my favorite branch of Marvel, and you know, I have a Star-Lord costume, I have a Star-Lord helmet, I have an entire Marvel room over here in my house, and it only makes sense that I ride that coaster. So we made plans, and I'm going to be flying by myself to Orlando alone September of next year. So that's when my next trip is, and I'm going to commit to this. I'm not going to cancel it. We're going to go, and I will showcase it and vlog it, and it'll be fun. My aunt also volunteered to go with me, so I will be meeting her there, and it also helps me save some money and the costs, and we're splitting the trip together, and she can also show me some things that I missed when I went in 2021. Now, originally I wanted to make this trip completely solo, but knowing that she's like a guru for Disney, I just can't pass that up. And I love her to death, and I think that we'll have a blast together. And I know that she knows some things that I don't about it and can get me places that I've never been before. And we're going to do something different with the meal plan as well. Like when I went in 2021, I had reservations every day that I had to go to. And we did character dinners, and that was very pricey. And I enjoyed it, but I also realized, and my aunt also reminded me, that when you do things like that, you miss out on time in the parks and to do the parades and all the other things. So number one, we're going to do the Not So Scary Party. And if you're hearing noises in the background, it's my TV, I promise. I like it on in the background because I'm an anxious person and I like to have sound in the background. But anyway, so ADHD. I don't have that, but you know what I mean? I got distracted. But anyway, I had like character dinners and all that stuff in my last trip. So this time we're going to do the quick service, meaning we get like a couple of meals and snacks, you know, as our day reservation goes. And then we're going to go to the Not So Scary Party. And then I told her I wanted to make reservations for at least one meal one day while we're there. And so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to only go to one formal meal, and then the rest of it's just going to be whenever we want to eat, just to both save money and be able to have more time to experience everything else and not be held down eating dinner somewhere. Because I remember when I went in 2021, my ex and I had reservations to one of the restaurants, and we missed an entire parade on Main Street. Like, we could have gone out there and gotten photos. They were going to let us, but at the same time, it was kind of hard to do that when we were in the middle of eating and kind of wrapping up our meal at the same time and paying for it. And we missed all the characters. I saw them outside the window of the restaurant. We missed all the floats and everything. So, like, had we not had that reservation, we could have been out there to see all of that. So, you know, it's just little things there that you miss out on if you make too many things going for yourself at one time when you're traveling there. Anyway, that's really all I have for you guys right now. I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll post things as I have them. Like I said, I would love more than anything to post these highlights from the concert for you guys, but I'm not really sure how to do that without getting copyright violated. And if I could post everything I recorded, I would. You know, I even put some stuff on my Instagram, and I'm not even sure if that's going to fly after a little while. I don't know. I thought I would try it just to have some highlights, but it's definitely not on my Facebook because I know in the past I've posted things on Facebook before and they've taken it down or they've flagged me because it had something in it that they didn't like. I know Meta is very complicated on the licensing rights that they have. So like if you post a reel on your Facebook from your Instagram that has audio that Instagram lets you use, sometimes it'll mute it in certain countries or things because there's like a conflict between Meta and the music licensing. I don't know what it is. It's confusing to me. But anyway, if I could post all the highlights, I would. I do apologize that the short on my channel is not Wallows music. It's just what my phone decided to choose. That was license free to play with it. Like, you know how you go through your photos and it's got memories? Well, it created that from yesterday. Anyway, I'll have more stuff as it comes. And then, of course, when we go to Lord Huron, I'll definitely have highlights as much as I can of that on here as well. So I appreciate you guys that have subscribed. Welcome new subscribers. If you want more, just subscribe, and I will post more soon. And thank you for watching and coming to my crazy show. I'm sorry I don't look all formal. You know, one of these days I will during these videos. I've been sick, and I just thought I would get this out there while it was still on my mind and fresh before I lost track of it. Because I tried to record something earlier, and I didn't like the angle of it, and it was in my car, and I thought I would do this. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.